Okay, hello. If anybody can hear us, say hi in the chat. Well, not out loud, obviously, because we won't be able to hear you.
It still says offline to me.
Yeah, it might take a minute. Here we go, it's
Oh,
loading for
hold
me.
on. Yeah, it's
It's
loading.
loading for me. Aha! The images are... Oh, that's a really awful image. It's
I
so
don't.
pixelated.
I don't see anything. Oh, here we go.
That image is...
Where did you get that image from?
Google.
What did you do? Choose the crappiest image there just to use.
I was like, I want one that's HD so that it doesn't look silly when I upscale it to HD. And this was the only one that was 1080 by 720. Not
Oh,
1080, 1280 by 720.
hold on.
And it's pixelated anyway.
I'm gonna have to refresh again because it's crashed.
Oh no!
Oh, no, it never does this. Why would it do it right now? Honestly.
Because we haven't managed to get anything to work yet.
No.
For those of you interested, we spent about 10 minutes thinking we were talking to each other but not hearing each other.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was certainly
awesome.
something.
Anyway, it doesn't matter if it crashes for me anyway because it's your live stream. So
I know.
just so
That's
I can
fine.
see this fantastic image up.
This fantastically pixelated image. Yeah. Fantastic.
Anyway, sorry
Hi,
about all that. Yep.
everybody. We're here now. Sorry we're late. We're 10 minutes late, Christ. We are
Yeah,
just talking about The Sims 4 today. We are not devs. We don't know anything more than... Well, we might know something more than you guys because we kind of are obsessed with Sims 4. Kind of.
Yes, we literally spend all our time looking for news.
Mm-hmm.
That's how sad we are.
That's
but
our...
hey, we do it for you guys.
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
have an exam tomorrow. I haven't even looked at any of my lecture notes or anything. I've
Oh,
just been
yeah.
looking at Sims 4 news. No, I
Yeah,
have.
who cares about all of that?
I have studied, don't worry. I do want to pass.
That's her second disclaimer, just saying she has studied.
I have studied. Disclaimer, I am only live streaming the day before my exam because I feel confident and I only need to get 8% to pass.
I'm sure you'll do better than 8%.
I hope so too.
Okay, so Kieran, is that how you say it? He says you should put the trailer up if you don't like it.
We should. I
don't know how you do
will
that.
grab that.
Oh, you can do that, can you?
Probably. I will give it a try. We'll talk about what we were going to talk about while I find this trailer.
How long is it going to take you to find the trailer?
Not very long, hopefully. As long as I mute the noise, you all should be fine and it should be totally professional.
Oh, yeah, don't make it come on super loud because I'm wearing headphones.
I will actually mute my Google Chrome so that
Right.
so that it doesn't actually. I'm genius. Just so you know.
Well, of course. I mean, I never questioned that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I know we're 12 minutes into 2 o'clock already, but things are coming together.
Finally, ish,
Yeah.
sort of.
Oh, what?
Such professionalism.
Right, hold on 2 seconds then.
All right, I will keep them entertained. Hello, everyone. I'm nabbing the thing. Don't you worry. It should only take a minute.
Right.
Are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, we just heard this random load of noise and I was like, is he back or is he not?
No, I was just putting the phone down. You should be proud of me. I actually grabbed the phone before I started this.
Well done.
Oh no, I didn't think it would go off though, but it did.
I hate
Doesn't
answering
matter.
phones.
Oh, why has Shockwave crashed again? Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close all my Chrome stuff and then start it again.
Wise idea. I am at the moment grabbing the trailer, so it won't be long before you guys can see it. We will totally be good at this. We
Oh,
promise. Finally.
TweetDeck is annoying the crap out of me, man.
Why?
Because it is.
It's the best.
Because I'm trying to open it and it's... Okay, here we go. I'm in there.
Oh, we got 15 viewers. Check that out. That's more than my usual live streams. It must be you. And downloading this video probably isn't great for the stream quality, so if it's randomly gone a little bit funny, you might know why.
It doesn't matter anyway.
It's fine. Let's see if I can get it playing.
Am I logged in? I'm back. Yes. Just make sure this is coming through. Here we go.
Do I really have to turn this into a GIF for me to even be able to use it? Oh man, I will have to be sitting here looping it on like thingy.
Why? What are you trying to do? Where are you
I was
getting
trying
it
to
from?
get it. I downloaded it and I was trying to get it to play on
Oh, okay.
Open Broadcaster without having to loop it on like what's it called? Media player. But I guess I can do that. I can cope with that.
Oh, 16 now apparently.
Oh, awesome! Hello,
17.
everybody.
To be honest, I'm really pleased with that. I never thought we'd get one. I thought we were going to be sat here talking to each other
That's fine.
and nobody else. So thanks for turning up, I suppose.
Yeah,
We will get into the discussion.
we
any minute
will
now.
one day.
One day. This is not a 24-hour live stream.
Right. Position. Hit the screen. Oh, please work. Please work. I will love you forever if you work. Okay? I've got the sound off so that you guys can hear me talk.
Oh, hold on. Something's happening. Oh, no, it's
It's
not.
just a black screen, am I right?
Yep.
Damn. This
Do-
is working so well, everyone.
Do you have an Australian accent, Meg?
No?
Oh, okay.
Why?
Well, someone asked in the chat if you were.
I'm English. It makes me feel really weird when people are like, are you Australian?
But
like-
James always says that, though. James always says people ask him if he's British.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
so-
his accent isn't a really strong Aussie accent because he is actually like half English.
He's got a nice voice. Not saying that for any other reason, but he has. He's got
Are
a
we
good
just
voice.
fangirling over his voice for a whole
Yeah, we
hour
are.
of
He's
chat?
got a good voice for YouTube.
Indeed. Oh, let's fix this. Come on. Please, we can get this to work.
It's alright. It's not as if we were waiting on you or anything.
Thanks for the pressure, guys. Really appreciate that. Come on. Why don't you work? Please.
If not, just it really doesn't matter. If you want to put the image back up and we'll talk, it's not a problem. But
It's... I wanted it to work, because it would have been cool.
it would have been cool. But
It would have. Ooh, we could do it for like... This might work. Possibly.
the excitement is just killing me.
I'm trying stuff. Bear with me. I totally...
Oh, look, 18 now. We've actually lost a viewer. This is not
damn.
good.
Sorry, everybody. My incompetence is appalling, I know. It's not like I'm totally studying for a computer science degree.
Well, mystical maid. Am I saying that right? She says she's playing Sims at the same time as watching us. So
That's cool.
or listening to us. Whatever.
Nice. I've given up on the
On the trailer.
yeah, sadly.
Okay, doesn't
I'm
matter.
sorry. We will talk
Yeah.
about Sims now.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
What about the blurry image? Can we have that back up?
I
or?
thought I put it back up.
Oh yeah, there we go. Right.
I was gonna say, yeah, I put it back up. Don't be shouting at me.
Oh, I'm not shouting at you.
Well, you weren't shouting.
Not yet. Not yet.
Just wait until we get into some heated debate
Yeah.
about Sims 4.
Oh yeah.
I hate The Sims 4. How dare you? Right, we should actually get into what we were going to talk about.
Do you want to know something else as well? Ever since we started this, I have not been recording it.
You said you were going to record it. It's alright.
It's probably starting now, so it doesn't matter. All that stuff before.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's talk about stuff then.
All right. How do you want to start?
With a question? I don't know.
Well,
What did you think at the game reveal? Here we
last
go.
year.
Yeah, last year.
Okay, when was it? Was it May 6th? Something
May
like
6th, yeah. It was a long
And-
time ago, and they had the giant Skype call with a bunch
yeah.
of the Simmers, which it was a nice way to reveal it, I think.
It was different. They've never done that before.
Yeah, I know a lot of people did feel a little bit left out, but you've got to understand that not everybody could have been included.
No, exactly. And plus the
So-
fact I found it easier because it's easier to go and talk to a fan than it is the dev because they're so
Yeah.
busy that, you know, I spoke to a couple of them while they were doing it, and they gave me info, and then you can share that with other people, and then it's just.
I was talking to James. I was typing, messaging, IMing to James while he was on the Skype call with the lot of them, which was quite cool.
Were you in the group Skype chat when it was happening? Not the official one, but like the one.
No, I wasn't in that one either.
Oh, I swear you were. Someone was, but
I'm not.
I don't know. Anyway,
not that popular.
No,
I'm
I
just
don't even know why I was
it's
there.
fine.
But, anyway, yeah. What did they show
I do
this
think
year?
it was a good idea though. Overall,
Yeah,
to have.
I do as well. Yeah.
I know a lot of people are still all like, Yib Sims got to do this and that, but it's the same. It's like all games. Watch Dogs, they had a bunch of YouTubers go over to look at Watch Dogs, and not every single YouTuber that was interested in Watch Dogs went to go see it, because you can't do that.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, someone said on the chat now, not good, the Yib Sims, because that's what they were called, weren't they? But I maybe it wasn't, but it was a clever marketing idea.
It was
anyway,
definitely a clever marketing idea, because it kind of raised hype in the community, and those higher up members of the community. I mean, we're all pretty equal in the community when it comes to like our voices in Twitter.
They weren't higher up in the fact that they'd shown that they were a bigger fan. It's just that
it was
had
more
followers
that they
and fans.
could get the word out quicker.
Exactly, and it worked. So there you go. So aside from that, all they showed was a logo, and do you remember that little eye thing
Yeah,
that they
the
showed?
little eye artwork. That was very cool.
Yeah, that's it.
In fact, I might get that one instead. I'll be doing that while we're talking.
Okay.
But yeah.
Which it didn't show a lot. It just showed.
It just showed like the Sims' eyes. When we first saw that image, I wasn't too keen on the look of the Sims.
No, I wasn't. I will admit I wasn't either.
I thought, because I really loved the look of Sims 2 Sims. I think they looked like that perfect amount of realism.
See, I do as well. I've been saying this since forever, since The Sims 3 was announced. I've been saying I just love The Sims 2 so much.
I didn't want to buy The Sims 3 at first because I preferred The Sims 2 Sims.
I know, exactly. Because people always say, this is actually, I'll wait for this because we're going to get onto that later. About the graphics and stuff. We'll get onto that.
Ah, right, yes, cool.
Don't worry, I've got a lot to say about that.
We have a lot to say, apparently. And somebody told me that I'm going to have to carry this whole chat because I'm apparently more talkative, but you think just as
told
talkative.
You, if we got into heated discussion about Sims 4, I could be a little bit more talkative. That's what I said.
Okay, that's fine. I will allow that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, what were we talking about?
Oh yeah, we were talking about the eye thing.
The eye thing, yes.
Yeah.
I thought you could see the emotion, which was cool. It's cool that they already had like this character like super quickly. Oh, that's huge. It's just a bunch of plump balls sitting on the screen. There we go. Nice image in the background now. Just wait for it, you guys. Just wait for it. And
well, I think a lot of people were annoyed when they first did it because they didn't show anything else. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's cool.
Yay.
Yeah. But yeah, they showed the eyes, and
yeah,
they didn't show anything else, and people were really peed off with that.
Yeah, I did want to see a bit more of The Sims. And then they did that live broadcast, didn't they? And they had the concept artist. I liked the concept art. The drawing looked really cool.
And going back to what you were just saying a second ago, the first thing that came to mind when I saw that was The Sims 2.
Yeah.
Straight away, yeah.
But yeah, just looking at these Sims on here, on this image that you can now all see.
Nice and clear as well.
I know, it's lovely and in HD and lovely.
Well done, well done.
Thanks, I got a clap.
Just a single little applause.
No, it was more than one clap there, thank you.
Okay, alright, sorry.
But yeah, you can tell that every single Sim on that image has its own character, which is probably the thing I like most about the Sims that we're going to have in this next generation of the Sims.
Yes, they're not just cardboard cutouts this time.
No. I remember in Sims 2 I always had my favourite face. And I would always use that face, and they just look slightly different with the hair, but I'd always use that face on Sims. But with this, they're all going to look different, and they're all going to have their own personality. It's great. It's fun.
See, this is why. See, looking at them now, I can see why they chose to go for the eyes because that's where the most
Yeah,
expression is coming from. I
they
mean,
wanted to
each
focus on the
sim there,
emotion.
yeah, exactly, and that's the biggest selling point to it.
Yeah,
So
because that's in the gameplay as well. They were going to go through like emotions and stuff a little bit more so than with the moodlets in Sims 3.
yeah, I
So,
mean, they were cool. I liked them, and I was really
yeah,
excited they were there, but they didn't really do anything. I mean, Sims every so often played out a little animation that went with it, but that was about
yeah,
it. I mean, if they were sad, they didn't walk around being sad. Do you know what I mean?
no.
Yeah,
I think the most you got was a little bit of rage when their moods were like really super low.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But I mean, how long was it? So that was May we got those. So
May
how long was
last
it?
year.
We got screenshots, didn't we? That were leaked, I think. Am I right? Just before the reveal.
I don't know.
I can't remember when that was. Do you remember we saw the house and the
Oh
I'm just getting them
yes.
up now on my PC so I can look at them. Yeah, we had the house and the what did we have? Do you remember the ones with the two eating pancakes and arguing at the table?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and that,
got leaked a little bit early, didn't they?
yeah, that's what I thought. Low quality ones, mind you, but
But still, it was enough to see. That guy with the pancakes. I always loved that guy with the pancakes.
he's in quite a few, isn't he? In
Yeah.
quite a few renders and stuff.
I've seen quite a few renders of him, and yeah.
I think he's been given a name. You know, I think one of the gurus the other day did name him.
Maybe he's an NPC.
Oh, I hope so.
I want him
We-
to be an NPC now. And then I think the most notable thing after that was Gamescom.
Oh,
When
yeah,
they
definitely.
showed the cast demo to the people that were there and had a playable version of it. It's obviously been a bit more refined now, as we can tell from the videos that we've got.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hmm
I mean,
But-
were you disappointed that Creator Sim is all we got at Gamescom?
I feel it was enough to raise hype. I mean, creating Sims is probably something that a lot of people do more than playing the game. You either build a lot, you actually play the game a lot, or you create Sims a lot. And I think a lot of people do the latter more
Yes.
than they play the game. I know my sisters just sit there and create Sims and then play them for about half an hour and then
Oh yeah.
create more Sims and then, yeah. So I think that
But-
was quite a cool idea. Plus,
And
it
it's
gave
and
you
it's the first thing that sometimes you do when you open the game.
Yeah, that's the first
Yeah.
thing you ever get to do. I remember going into all the past games and going, oh my god, look at this creator sim.
And the clothes and the hairstyles.
All the choice in Sims 1.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have hair in The Sims 1, it was a whole head. you had
I
to choose.
know. And the outfits.
Oh yeah.
And the body shape came with the outfits. That was
And
quite
three
funny.
skin shades, that's it.
Yes. And the
Oh yeah.
the clothes changed colour sometimes with the different skin tones.
Yeah.
Classic. And then Sims 2 came along and it was like, whoa, you can choose a top and trousers.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes people forget is that The Sims 2 was literally a massive step
It
from
was
Sims
the
1.
biggest step. I
I
don't
mean,
think we're gonna get another step like that. As much as The Sims 4's Creator Sim looks awesome and stuff like that, it's not gonna have that same impact as Sims 1 to Sims 2 did, just because The Sims 1 was so restrictive in the actual Creator Sim.
oh,
And your
seriously?
phone's ringing again.
All right, hold on 2 seconds then. You keep talking.
Okay. I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Typical. We were talking about, yeah, the step between Sims 1 and Sims 2 was huge. There was just all sorts in all aspects of the game. Because, well, The Sims 1 was first meant as an architecture tool. It wasn't meant for the gameplay. In Will Wright's mind, it was originally an architecture tool, but then it developed into a game with needs and became a life sim. And then, as that kind of idea developed and people started liking the game.
I'm back, by the way.
Okay, I was talking about Sims 1.
Well, before we continue, I do have some bad news though.
Why?
Because the phone just rang and my brother wants me to give him a lift to the doctor's.
Damn, so
But
that means
it's
you're gonna
o-
have to go soon.
But, well, no, it's in a couple of minutes. He's on his way. But the doctor's is literally around the corner from my house. I'll
Alright,
probably
so
be
I'm
like
just gonna
5
have
minutes.
to just like make up some stuff for a while. It's cool.
I mean, I don't want to stop this. Obviously, I didn't realise that was going to happen, but
I
that's-
will carry on my train of thought about the leap from Sims 1 to Sims 2.
I
Even,
can still-
even though it's a conversation about Sims 4.
I can still talk until he comes here.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's fine.
But I'm not going to be gone long, so don't worry.
Cool.
Okay.
I was just saying how... Did you know that The Sims 1 was originally intended as an architecture tool before it developed into a life sim?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it was Project Dollhouse. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was
See?
called. Yep.
We know stupid facts about
Oh,
Sims.
Oh yeah.
But-
And do you know the reason why Will Wright came up with the idea of that project?
I don't actually.
You don't? Oh well, this could be a first for you then. It was. You might already know this, but it was because his house burned down.
Oh,
Which
I
is-
remember some.
Yes.
I remember
So he
hearing
had-
that. Yeah.
So he had to go and buy a new house, and he had to furnish it with he had to furnish it from top to bottom with brand new stuff,
Mhm.
and that's where the idea came from. They thought, what about furnishing a virtual house and building one?
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
And then it kind of all developed into this fantastic game that sold loads and such
Well,
like that.
It was like they were building like the prototype of Doll's House, and then
Yeah.
they came up with these little people to put in them, and then they were like, well, hold on, it's more fun to play with these people than it is build a
Yeah.
house. So
Although I would actually say the other way around because that's just me. I prefer the building.
oh yeah, I mean, I suppose you do now, but in Sims 1, I mean,
Oh, okay, fair enough. That was kind of
Yeah.
tricky. And that lovely limited collection of furniture that included 3 different kinds of inflatable sofa.
oh, of course, everybody wants an inflatable
Everybody needs an inflatable sofa. Although in the 90s, I did want an inflatable sofa.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had an inflatable sofa,
Oh
so
my god, jealous.
I know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so when people say, oh, it's not as good, all this, that, and the other, but they literally had to create an entirely new game for Sims 2.
Yeah.
Whereas with Sims 3, they were just building what was already
Yeah.
there in Sims 2. So,
The Sims 2 got that perfect fundamentals of like all the games to come. It's got that kind of the core mechanics are all there. It worked out. The UI template has been pretty much the same through Sims 2 and into Sims 3. It just worked so much better. Just in general, it hooked people more. It was slightly easier, but not so easy that you didn't feel so like
plus it added this whole other side to it as well, because you felt like when you're playing with your Sims and creating families, you're working towards something because your Sims aged now.
yeah.
So
the
you're
aging
working towards the
aspect
next
and stuff,
generation of
yeah.
them. Yeah.
And then
In Sims
Sims
1, obviously.
3 came along, and it definitely was a step up again, but
Oh,
it
yeah, of course,
won't
yeah.
feel like so much of a step because it's like with graphics in games. There was a point where graphics could keep making all these revolutions and stuff like that, but we're getting so close to realism with graphics these days
Yeah.
that sometimes the best looking games aren't the ones that are graphically perfect. Like, for example,
Exactly.
Fez is a beautiful looking game, and that's all pixel art.
Oh, yeah. I haven't played that, but I love the look of that
Oh, yeah,
game.
the look of that is great.
I followed that for quite a while, and that's a pretty
Mhm.
awesome game. I mean, but then saying that, the huge leap, it wasn't gameplay, I suppose, as much with the Sims 2, but it was the fact it was 3D.
Yeah.
Sims 1
Instead
wasn't.
of being
so-
isometric, we ended up
Yeah.
with 3D. You could rotate it however you wanted. You could change all the angles. You could view it in whatever way. You could play multiple Sims in neighborhoods. You could have these big neighborhoods. You could create neighborhoods. You could
It sounds ridiculous now,
You could
doesn't
build
it?
all your own community lots and stuff. And then
Yep.
the big thing
And
about
community
Sims
lots were there since
3,
day one.
yeah, big thing about Sims 3 was the open world thing.
Yeah.
Now, it was a really cool idea. It was a really cool
was.
idea.
On paper, it was a cool idea.
But that made the game so demanding on any computer. I couldn't play it for years because I didn't have a good enough computer. I only started playing it in
No, me neither.
2012.
All right, okay, hold on. My brother is here now, so
Okay.
I'm just going to run him down the road. I'll literally be 5 minutes, okay?
Alright, I will.
You keep talking.
I
I'm
will-
not closing anything.
I will try my best to keep talking.
Right, 5 minutes, promise. Okay?
Alright. Say
Okay,
bye,
see you in a...
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, so yeah, the open world thing was so good on paper, but it was so demanding in actuality that it made it really difficult to run. Loading times were much harder. Sometimes you get those kind of grey blocks as buildings, and sometimes as the bikes you're riding on, or the taxi is just a grey blob. Sometimes it's not even there. And it's just those kind of things meant that it wasn't quite as polished seeming as Sims 2. Obviously, they've all had bugs, but I felt like Sims 3 was the most obviously bugged, you know? And, I mean, the open world thing is great, and if they can find a way to do it that makes it completely, like, easy to run on any computer. If I can play Sims 4 on my computer I've got now, I'll be happy. But I don't think I will, because my poor computer is actually dying a little bit. But yeah, they did say originally that they wanted to make it easier for more like entry-level computers, and that would probably mean taking out a few of the open world aspects. Maybe making the open world a bit smaller might be an idea, or perhaps just stuff like that. Maybe I'm trying to think. I mean, I like the way Sims 2 ran with all the loading between the community lots. That's what I was meant to say. I didn't mind the loading between that, because so long as your computer was decent enough, it wouldn't take forever. And I feel like my computer is pretty decent, and it still takes forever on Sims 3 to load a community lot. So, I mean, I will put all my faith in Maxis and the Sims Studio, and if they can do this open world thing a bit better next time, I'm just going to be happy. But maybe the chance that we may lose it. They haven't really gone into too much detail about the world that we live in The Sims 4 yet. We've kind of gone into a little bit of detail on the gameplay in terms of within the household, and they've gone into detail on CreatorSim. And I think we're going to get into CreatorSim a bit more when a bit later, when it's not just me talking, obviously, and stuff like that. I am trying to come up with things to say now. If you guys have any questions, just go for it. Just bear in mind, we don't actually know anything that isn't public knowledge. We're not YibSims, we don't have any insider knowledge. We just keep a good eye on the news reports and stuff like that. I'm just looking through the chat and finding questions that I may be able to answer. Obviously there are questions in here like, will The Sims 4 be available for Mac, and will there be a Sims 5? There'll probably be a Sims 5 in the end, but there'll be a while before that, and obviously I don't know whether it'll be released for the Mac. It probably will, but it may be a little longer. I mean, look at SimCity, the way they did that. It's more than likely that Sims 4 has cheats. I mean, every game to this point has, and I think they'll keep Motherload. Motherload will probably be the most likely thing they keep, and Move Objects. Move Objects has been there from the beginning. Do you know if you can have more than 8 members in the household? I don't know that, but from the looks of the trailer, you could definitely have up to 8, because there was 8 in that household in the cast trailer. It may be cool if there's more, but obviously that can also take its toll on a computer, and it may be harder to run. And if they're going for kind of being able, like, accessibility in this game, then it may be a bit different. They may have to limit it to 8 again. What do you think of the new subcategories options in the cast demo? I think they're cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think we'll be getting into the cast demo a little bit later on when we're both here to discuss it, because I know he had some great opinions on it. So I'm gonna leave that for a little bit later. You can keep asking those questions. I'll just come back to them when he gets back. So, any other questions we cool? Do you think we'll get a cast demo? I don't think we'll get a cast demo. If you were around like last week, I can't remember how long it was. Maybe 2 weeks ago, we kept seeing all the new Sim Guru avatars, and we kept seeing like all of them changing, and we were like, damn, we want a cast demo. And then we may have got that trending in the UK. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody who was like, God, will you shut up about the cast demo? That was my fault. I may have been the first one to tweet it. My bad. And then I may have retweeted everybody else's tweets. My bad. What are you most excited for about the new generation? Whew, I don't know. I think there's still a lot more that we haven't heard yet. So, I'm trying not to get too excited about one thing and then not being excited about the rest. I like the idea of the emotions in The Sims. I like the idea that I may be able to create a sim that looks a bit more like me. Because I have a weird nose for a start. I don't know why we're getting into my personal appearance, but we are. I've got a weird nose that I can't make in The Sims prior to this, and I'm just hoping that with those little tweaky bits I can just make my nose, and I can actually look like me in The Sims. That'll be fun. What's the first thing you'll do when The Sims 4 arrives at your house? Well, install it will be a big idea. I don't know what edition I am getting of the game yet. At the moment, I am poor and I'm a student and I'm living on very little money. I get paid tomorrow though, so that's a good thing. But I'm gonna wait until the summer when I can work so that I have enough money to pre-order it. But I would like to get the collector's edition, providing I work hard enough and stuff. Because I want that little plum bob statue. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. First thing I do when I get the Sims 4 when it arrives, I will install it, yeah, definitely. I don't know what day it comes out. It was said to be like early September, but if it's late September, I will be at university, and I will be living literally just up the road from Beyond Sims, so long as he gets into university. We may just end up at one of our houses and just be playing it together and just be like, look at the game. Look at the game. I can sense the excitement that I'll have. It will either be me at home with my sisters crowded around me while I install it, or me at uni with Dan from Beyond Sims right next to me going, look at it. So yeah, it will be excitement all round. Yeah, my sisters love the game as well, in case you were wondering from that thing. Has it really been? It's been 45 minutes and we've talked about not very much about The Sims 4, have we? We've kind of discussed Sims 1 a lot, and the step between Sims 1 and Sims 2, and not very much about Sims 4, which is silly. Silly us. But yeah, I'm starting to run out of things to say. He said I wouldn't run out of things to say, but I have. Sims LAN party. Oh man. Do you think game will open overnight for the game? I don't think it will. If we think about the audience that kind of buys Sims, it's more younger than... I know they opened for like GTA and the new Xbox releases, but the kind of audience that would buy Sims are predominantly younger. I know obviously there are some older people that enjoy it and stuff like that. I mean, I'm nearly 19, but I'm not even like considered part of the older group of people that like Sims. I mean, yeah, but I mean, not very many of the audience would be able to do this like overnight release thing, because a lot of them are younger. They have parents who probably wouldn't let them out to go grab the game. They'd probably get it the day it releases, but they probably wouldn't be queuing outside game for a while. I don't know, that's just my opinion on the thing. You've got to look at the sort of target audience that these kind of games go for and go from there. Like GTA 5, it was all people... Most of the people that bought GTA 5 either lived by themselves, or they could drive or whatever like that, and stuff like that. I mean, that's just the way that is. I would probably go to game, because there's one really close to me for an overnight thing, but I mean, hey, I can walk there. I'm 18, nearly 9. I'll be 19 when it comes out, so yeah. What would you be most excited to see in the game? Hypothetically. I really want to see a few more of the build mode tools. We've seen a bit of it. I know that there's like 3 heights of wall, I believe, including like a foundation wall and a full height wall, but then there's like the half wall, which is actually like a proper half wall as far as I know, which should eliminate most of the need for constrained floor elevation cheats. I'd like to see a way that makes using that sort of thing a bit easier, because if any of you have tried to make a curved roof on any of the past games, I think it was a little bit easier on Sims 2 than it was in Sims 3, but curved roofs look awesome, and they can be done, but it's very tricky to do it, and I'd like to see a way that they can make it easier for people, I guess, because it's something every time I try and do, I just kind of flop out and just go, no, I can't do it anymore, and stuff like that. So if it was easier, I probably would have a bit more creativity when it comes to building houses. I mean, obviously, I predominantly play Sims as a builder, so for me, building is where it's at, it's the cool bit. Or it has been for like all the past games. I think Sims 1, I liked the gameplay. Sims 2, I did enjoy the gameplay, but I still built houses more than I played the game, and definitely build more in The Sims 3 than I do play the game, so it wouldn't surprise me if I end up on build mode a lot more. But I'd like to see some kind of way of making some of the trickier aspects of building in The Sims 3 a little bit easier. I don't know, that would just be something I'd be really interested to see. Because, yeah, it's easier. You see a lot of really talented builders on YouTube building all these fantastic things that require all these cheats, and are a little bit trickier for somebody who doesn't really know the cheats too well to actually grasp. And it would be nice to see it made easier, because I'm sure there are a lot of creative minds out there that would be able to build something really cool if the tools allowed them to. Like, yeah. I mean, it took a very skilled person to build a really nice house in Sims 1. So, let's hope for that. Any more questions, everybody? Just kind of waiting around in the chat. Obviously, if you guys are like, I've already posted a question, there's a delay between me talking and you seeing it. So, I'm just going to have to wait a little while until these questions come through. I think there's about 20 seconds or so between me saying stuff and you guys seeing it and stuff. So, yeah, that'll be that. I'll just check Twitter quickly just in case we've got any questions on there. Again, with this Mac one, we don't know anything more than what has already been made public about this game. So, yeah. I think this stream is kind of mainly just to discuss our opinions and stuff on it. We're not here to kind of tell you all these new things that are cool about Sims, because we don't know. We're just fans. This is so awkward when there's only one of us. Damn. There'll definitely be some kind of info at E3, maybe a chance of leak beforehand, but I think they're keeping pretty tight-lipped about this. I think they'll delve a bit more into build buy mode in E3, because that was where the trailer was kind of leading on to. So look out for that in June. I don't think they're going to delve as much into the gameplay as perhaps I might want to do. I kind of want to have a look and see what the world's like, to be quite honest. But yeah, I think they'll definitely delve into build by mode. It looks like, well, we saw the leaked build by UI, didn't we? I saw an image of what looks to be the buy mode catalogue, and it looks pretty cool. And yeah, it's very similar to the way they did the room style one in Sims 3. I hope it's not the only way, because sometimes I find, especially with finding lights in The Sims 3, if you go in the room one, you can never find all the lights. If you want ceiling lights, you can never find them in the living room version of lights. Wish you could, yeah. I will try and get the image of the user interface for build by if I can. User build by build mode and buy mode. It doesn't look like it's on Google Images, which is typical. It was annoying that all you could see was renders in the Gamescom version of the build by, but yeah, what I saw of build by so far looks good. I like that they're having a way with the whole you need columns for support, because I think it became apparent when we were building stuff into the future and we were creating these really intricate builds like that, that we needed no restriction on where you can build on upper floors. I think that was a really wise choice of them, because it didn't seem like the sort of thing that would be too impossible to add as well. I mean, you can always create like realistically structured buildings, like using real physics, but it gives you the opportunity to not do that if you need to, which is nice. Yeah, I can't find this UI anywhere, which is annoying. If anyone knows where it is and can tweet me it, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, sorry for the silence then. I was reading something on Google. Me being me. For some reason, when you click build by mode Sims 4, you see a lot of Sims free play images of community lots, which is really absurd. So yeah. I love that there's a video called Confirmed Sims 4 build by mode. It's like, would you have Sims without build by mode? Seriously? Will the Sims hair move? I don't know. I have no clue. It looks like it might, but I have no clue. I know they're going for a cartoony kind of style, a more stylized look of these Sims, but I don't know whether they'll get the hair moving or not. Like I say, I have very little more knowledge than you guys do. I haven't got any insider knowledge for sure and stuff like that, so yeah. Woo. I'm literally looking around Sims Twitter profiles and finding Sims news and seeing if I can discuss it. I'm just looking at all sorts of ones. Also, actually no, I'll bring this up later because it'll be an interesting one for debate. Yeah, you'll have to wait for this. I think they're not ready as the game was meant to be online and then it's offline, and so we have a game that looks only 2 years made. I think, yeah, with the state of the way that SimCity went, I know they were like, nope, not doing multiplayer anymore. Let's not do that. But I think I'm almost certain that some of the parts, or some of the fundamentals of the game are going to be the same. It will only be a little bit of tweaking within the code more than the look of the game that would make it any different to what it would be as an online game. I mean, yeah. Like you say, that may be why there's no view of the world. And I mean, when you look at some of these images of houses that we see from The Sims 4, when we saw any of build buy mode, it often looks like quite a two-dimensional background. That may be because they haven't been able to refine that yet. That may be the next thing on their process, because obviously the design of software takes a very long time, and I should know that because I've got an exam on it tomorrow. But yeah, they can't design everything at once. It's kind of has to be successive and such like that. So yeah, it may be that they haven't worked on it yet. It may be that that's the style they're going for. To be honest, I don't mind either way. I kind of like the way the 2D looks. It makes it seem more like a cartoon, which is cool to me. I think we had realism with The Sims 2 and 3, and it's cool to kind of revert back to this kind of cartoony, kind of more eccentric style of playing. It'd be quite fun. I don't know. I mean, since we've had 2 games that are still to this day very playable, it would be cool to see a new type of way to play it. So a more eccentric way of playing it would be quite cool, you know? I don't know if I'm just talking utter nonsense now, or whether this is actually kind of something that people would agree with me on. But yeah, that's my opinion on the things. I'm looking through more news now. I will try and talk while I do it, but you know me. I can't multitask. I'm not a woman. Although I kind of am. I'm female. But I'm not very good at multitasking. I try and read stuff and talk about stuff at the same time. Here's a question for you guys, actually. A good one. Good little question for you. What's your favourite SimGuru avatar, if you guys are on Twitter? If you guys know the SimGuru profiles and stuff, tell me which one's your favourite of the SimGurus that I made. Also, it was on the cast demo, so... Not demo, trailer. Some of them were on there, so... Yeah, I'd like to see which ones are your favourites, because they're all so individual, and it's cool. It's fun. It's great stuff. I'm typing, sorry if you can hear that. I think my favourite is SimGuru Azure. I think she's cool. What time is E3 for UK for The Sims 4? I don't know the exact time of The Sims 4, I don't think. I know when the EA conference is. That's 12 PM PDT, so I will find out what that is in GMT. For us UK people, 12 PM PDT to GMT. 12 PM PDT is, because we're on British Standard Time at the moment, 8 PM for us. So, a good website to go on to find your own time is worldtimebuddy.com. You can basically find any time zones you need. You can either type in the place where you live, like the country for example, or the state within the country, because obviously some countries have different time zones within them, and just work it out from there. Yeah. I don't know when exactly The Sims 3 will be within that. I mean, obviously EA has got other games, so I don't know what games I'll be talking about because they've literally just released like a bunch of games. They just had Battlefield 4, Titanfall, so be cool to see what they have next. I don't even know. I'm so behind on like EA news apart from Sims 4, which is bad for me. I'm normally pretty good with like all sorts of gaming news. I kind of keep up to date with gaming news in general, but apparently not. I'm trying to think actually. I will Google. I will do Google. EA E3 2014 lineup. I will find out for you. Oh yes, Dragon Age Inquisition, of course. Of course. I'm not stupid. I do know some, but I didn't know it when it came to the crunch. Now, that's not what I want. That was 2013's lineup. A lineup of new games at E3 next month. Oh, they're gonna reveal 6 new games? Holy. Good luck with that. Yeah. So it seems we'll see a lot of, yeah. According to this website, there will obviously be talk on Star Wars Battlefront and The Sims 4, but quite a lineup apparently. I know it has been a long 5 minutes. I'm running out of things to say by myself. I'm good at conversations. I'm not good at talking to myself. So yeah, it's been like 15 minutes. He's a liar. When he gets back, we should all just be like, that was 5 minutes. And just all be sassy, because why not? I'm just looking at that image that I've got up right now and trying to come up with like... I don't have his number! I can't text him, I'm afraid. And obviously he's going to be driving if he's driving someone somewhere. So, yeah. I wouldn't do that. I was just looking at this image and kind of coming up with characters for them. Well, they've got their own character, but I'm trying to work out what... The one in the suit is pretty obvious. The one on the far end reminds me of Kevin Asula from Pentatonics. I don't even know why. He just seems that kind of, hey dudes, how's it going guy kind of guy. So, that couple does not look happy. What do I think about the hair? I know a lot of people are really into the hair. I like it. I like the shine of it. I think that's the thing I like the most. I like the lighting of it. But it definitely fits with the style that they're going for, which is cartoony. Like I said, I'm starting to get into that. Kind of starting to get used to seeing the cartoony Sims. I wasn't quite so excited about it when I first saw it. I mean, I do... Like I said, I really do like the Sims 2 ones, and I like the realistic nature of those Sims, and I think their hairstyles ended up quite good. If we look at, like, custom content, you always find that looks better. Than more I think a lot of people like the realism, so they create custom content for that looks realistic. And you found that even back in Sims 2. And I think it'll be the same with this one. There will be people that make realistic content for that, so... Yeah. It would be really cool if it moved, but... If they're going for a cartoon style, not all cartoon characters have moving hair. But it would be definitely cool. Especially with some of the styles. Because the way they've made some of the styles, it looks like it would need to move to look really good. God, he is taking his time and I'm getting annoyed. It's been like 20 minutes. How is that 5 minutes? If it gets to like 35 minutes, I can say that was 5 minutes in dog years. Well done. But yeah, I am running out of things to say. Oh, I didn't notice your question there. What type of family will you set up first? Or will you stick to building? I'll definitely make a family first. I think first family I'll do will probably be me. Because I really want to create me. Because it just seems more easy to create me. Because I don't look like the Sims that have ever been made. I mean, even my Sims self that I've made in like Sims 2 and Sims 3 look nothing like me. I just got a message. Sorry if you heard that. He's back! He's so sorry! Get his mic on.
Hello?
Ah, he's back! Yay!
Oh, I'm back.
That was
Oh,
5 minutes.
Do you know what? None of it was my fault, I'll tell you that.
Okay, at least you tried.
Well, I only went into the town, which is just around the corner, and it's all like a one-way system through. It's only a little town, and I drove into that, and right in the middle of that one-way system was an accident.
Oh gosh.
So I was sat there, and at the end it splits into two, and I wanted to go right, but you weren't allowed because it was all blocked off. So I had to go left, and you know, I had to drive all the way up to bloody Stonehenge and turn all the way around there and come back.
Giving away where you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Well, enough people have been to Stonehenge, I'm sure.
I was running out of things to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. What have you been talking about?
I got a bunch of questions.
Oh yeah.
It was just sort of like, there's
Oh,
your
you
phone
seriously have
again.
another?
We will see you in a second.
No, I don't know who it is, so I'm not answering it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Let me just throw it away. There you go.
In the bin.
Yeah.
There was some about Cass, but I saved them for when we were going to talk about the trailer.
Oh, okay. Because I don't want to talk about stuff you've already gone over, obviously.
It wasn't really much stuff. It was like, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get The Sims 4? I was going to like install it.
Oh, okay.
And what edition are you getting? And do you think game will open overnight for it? What do you think you'll get at E3? Which, yeah. Oh, our voices are breaking up. Damn, apparently.
What?
Let us know if you can hear us normal.
I went out and left recording that whole time. God knows what that file is. The size of that file is.
Well, we've been going for 57 minutes. Well,
No, I've only been here for like 12 minutes or something.
Yeah, you were going for like half an hour.
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Probably not.
No, well.
Anyways,
can they hear us now? Or?
I don't know. I'm gonna type, can you hear us now, guys? Okay. Some people can hear us. Sam can hear us.